Hello folks, Dick Fairburn here. I want to tell you something today that's kind of the end of several months, almost several years of research. And that's how to see the pistol sights better with old eyes that don't like to focus on the front sight anymore. I've come up with some possible solutions and maybe some workarounds. If you're interested in how old eyes can be adapted to work with pistol sights, stick around. This is going to end up pretty awkward because I'm down like this. It's hard to get into that bifocal part of the glasses. I may have to hold them up to test where I need. I'm going to do this with the looking over the glasses first, so the rear sight's in really good focus, the front sight's off. This is a custom built Colt Delta Elite 10mm. I'm going to shoot at the bottom left bull. That's giving me the most fudge factor possible. I'm just going to fire 3-shot groups on this. I think that's enough to get a feel for them. So that's the bottom left target. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of shooting and watching the holes appear in the target. I'll just give you the results at the end. So that was looking over the sights. This will be to see if I can get the sweet spot in these polycarbonates and get that front sight in focus, which is very easy in a standing position. And there it is. So this will be the top left. Okay, a little bit better group. A little bit different point of impact as well. That would be the classic 21-year-old good eyes that can focus on the front sight, a little bit of blur in the back sight, a little bit of blur in the target. Okay, this is the dedicated bifocal spot on the upper part of the glasses. Easy to get in this shooting position. By far the best classic image of young eyes. And again, I think 3-shot groups will make the point. Now, I have a much smaller dot on the target, bottom right. This is for the red dot sight. I'm going to go back to the normal vision lenses for the red dot sight, because with this, we don't have 3 elements in our focal plane. We do not have a target, a front sight, and a rear sight to contend with. All we really have is everything on the same focal plane. So we are going to focus on the target. And this red dot fits very nicely with that small target. And it is amazing how much that little sucker wiggles around on you. Okay, that's 3 with each. Let's go see what it looks like. Okay, here's our sad tale of woe. If you ever thought I was a good shot by watching me in other videos, you'll know different now. This was over the glasses. So the rear sight was pretty much in focus. The front sight's out. The circle was farther out. It's a 6 o'clock hold on all of these. Here's my 3 shots from the 10mm. Group size is about 4 1/4 inches. And we're more than 3 inches low. You see point of impact kind of shifts around here. This was using the bifocal portion of the polycarbonates. Now I had to forcibly hold them up because of the way I was firing from that supported position. This gave me a front sight in very good focus, back sight a little out, target a little out. This is what you see when you're 21 years old. Not bad. Okay. Here's our group. This is polycarbonate bifocal. Group size is 3 1/4. Here it was 4 1/4. A little better. Point of impact, maybe 1 inch high. At 25, 27 yards where I was, that's not bad. A little bit to the right. And that's shooting at kind of an odd angle to hold the pistol, move the glasses up and get them where I need them. Here was using the top bifocal. I think if it can be put in exactly the right spot where you need it and smaller so that it doesn't interfere with your normal vision, I really think this is probably the best all-around answer. Doesn't show that on the group size. That's almost 5-inch group. Point of impact, pretty close elevation-wise, about 3 inches to the right. Here's my red dot. I guarantee you this pistol is capable of much better accuracy. If you've used these red dots and you try to hold them on a rest, no matter how solid they are, as you start to move the trigger and put a little pressure on there, that red dot dances quite a lot. This is the biggest group of all. 7 inches. Now in this kind of a setting, long shot for a pistol, precision shot, the co-witness sights don't cause a problem because you've got more time, you can get all those things lined up. I think if I could couple the red dot with the trigger that's on that 1911 10mm, I think you'd see this group come down far below half, probably the best group of the day, this good or better. But that red dot is just really moving around. Point of impact. Is actually right about there. So point of impact is good. So this is slow precision fire. This is something that we don't need very often as gunfighters for the government or concealed carry holders. we may need it someday, and it's a skill that I think we should all develop. The poly bifocal gave me the best thing. Okay. The top bifocal, I think if it's in the right spot and we get a little bit more practice with it, it's going to be as good or better. Obviously, letting everything be fuzzy, not a bad group, but very low, not my first choice. Red dot, need more work. Now, we're going to go do some close fast stuff, and I think you're going to see a dramatic difference. .11. This will be a 6-shot string. .64. This will be using the polycarbonate bifocals. .281. 6-shot string. .22 with a malfunction. I believe I had every hit. Trying a new load. Apparently I need a little different seating depth. This time I will change glasses. I'll be using the ones with the dedicated top bifocal made just for the front sight. Three-shot. Bad run with a miss. 4.93. Six-shot. .87. In terms of getting the focus right on that front sight, this dedicated upper bifocal is by far the most rapid to use. So if this can be made to work, if you can get used to that extra bifocal up there, or they can make it a little bit smaller, I think that's probably going to be the way to go on speed type targets. I'm going back to my normal vision glasses. The limiting factor here is that little bit of grip adjustment to get to see through that tube of the red dot. 3-shot group. .77. 6-shot. .7. Okay, so a comedy of errors, including several malfunctions with the 10mm. I had a very limited supply of factory ammunition, so I threw together 50 reloads. without checking seating depth. I've never loaded those bullets before. I'm sure that's the problem, because this thing's been 100% with factory ammunition. Here's the final story on this. I think if you're doing precise work, these poly bifocals work well. The top bifocal, I think, has the best potential, because you don't have to look around to get that front-sighted focus. It is there. It is made specifically for that distance. But this particular set I have is a little tough to live with. The red dot, I think, is capable of much better precision. Personally, I have never been a really good group shooter with a Glock trigger. But I think you put that red dot on this 1911, and I'm going to drill tacks with it. If you are good with a red dot, if you want a slick slide like this, or you can live with the sights in your image, that's another great way to do it. So top bifocal, red dot sight, I think, are probably the best solutions to old eyes with pistols. My speeds were not particularly fast with this, but I was clearing malfunctions. But on the 6-shot group, 6-shot string with the red dot, just that little bit of practice was helping me get that dot back on target pretty quick. So in my opinion, from what I've seen here and from several months of shooting these pistols, the top bifocal, if you can make it work, is a great way to do it. The red dot, if you can make it work with sights or go to a slick slide, I think is just as good, maybe better. It ain't easy when you got old eyes. Now, one thing I will tell you, if you go with the top bifocal, that'll make your rifle sights look great too. So I think I'm going to give it a couple years, and I'm going to try for another top bifocal and see if the technology will put it where I need it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've gotten something useful out of this, some tips that can help you with your old eyes. If you can do that, then I've succeeded. Stay safe out there.
Okay, we got them both here now. You ready? Bud got one. Ginger got one. Oh, she missed it. She usually gets them, doesn't she, Bud? Okay, girl, last one. You ready? You ready? Yeah! That's all there is till next time.